Some time ago, I said that I would leave these films alone. I was quite resolved to do this until one day, surfing the web and researching yet more movies, I happened across,
Hello.
well, this.
So, you're here to find out what it's like to have a heart attack.
Bloody hell, it's Steven Berkoff. Over the years, our good friends at the Central Office of Information have been providing a good deal of advice on how to keep ourselves healthy, but unlike their road safety, fire prevention and play safe films, none of their movies on heart disease managed to cross the line into horror. Until 2008, that is. And that's where the great Mr. Berkoff comes in. Steven Berkoff is a British character actor, theatre director and playwright. Whilst most of his creative output is dedicated to the stage, he has appeared in a number of feature films and TV movies. These include A Clockwork Orange, Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Octopussy, The Craze, and War and Remembrance. His charismatic presence as a performer has meant that more often than not, he plays either a tough guy or a villain. It's his performance here that lends this particular film its impact. Pun intended.
Let's start with the first symptom most people think of. Yes, chest pains. Well, we've all heard of the classic chest pains, but it may not always be that severe. It could be a bit of tightness or discomfort in and around the chest. No doubt you'll shrug this off. I mean, slight chest discomfort, tightness, not worth worrying about, right? Wrong.
Placing a well-known actor in a public information film and then shooting it in the generic style in which we are used to seeing them is nothing new.
I am the spirit of dark and lonely water.
But in this particular case it is highly effective. The film, shot in a gangster film style with disorientating camera angles and mix-throughs, goes on to list the symptoms of a heart attack and sternly warns us against ignoring them.
How about difficulty breathing? Rising panic, sweaty, clammy. Could be indigestion, last night's curry. Stress. But what if it's your body telling you to get help?
Unlike the other PIFs reviewed in this somewhat ad hoc series, Watch Your Own Heart Attack is not a reminder to avoid doing something that no one in their right mind would do in the first place. It is a very serious film about a very serious subject, and the message is to use the emergency services even if you're not sure if you are having a heart attack. The film garnered 6.5 million viewers when it was first aired on August 10, 2008, during an episode of Midsummer Murders.
Don't kid yourself. If you're having chest pains or discomfort with any of these symptoms, or even if you're feeling unwell, dial 999. Now this may surprise you. The ambulance service would rather see you and discover it's not a heart attack than arrive too late. Every second counts. I know you think you'd feel embarrassed if it's not actually a heart attack, but imagine how you'll feel if it is, and you left it too late. Imagine that.
Oh my God. I cannot be certain, but I think that is the first time we see someone lose their lunch in a public information film. More importantly though, it brings this symptom to our attention, as most people wouldn't normally associate vomiting with a heart attack. After the 80s, I felt sure that the golden age of the 2-minute TV nightmare had passed into history. This highly effective film proves me wrong. During production, it was suggested that what was needed was to give everyone in Britain a heart attack. With its perspective, this is what the film does. A poll made shortly before this film was made suggested that around 38% of the population were unable to identify the symptoms of a heart attack, and so less likely to take the necessary action. To be honest, I would probably pay a lot more attention to lots of things, if I thought Stephen Berkoff was going to shout at me if I didn't.
Imagine that.
That's all for this episode, so until next time. Bollocks.